Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Welcome back to our channel. Still talking about the crisis in PDP, especially as it had to do with the position of the National Secretary. Yesterday, the BOT had an emergency meeting, and one of their resolutions was the adoption of Ude Okoye as the substantive National Secretary of the People Democratic Party. They also mandated the National Working Committee and other organs of the party to recognize Ude so that he can start his work as the Secretary of the party. It didn't go down well with Samuel Anyanwu, who is ready to fight on all fronts. We saw what he did to the statement he made against the Governors Forum, PDP Governors Forum. He has done same to the Board of Trustee. I'm going to give you full details of that and the reactions of other key members of the PDP. Now, first of all, let's start from the crisis. According to the news, the crisis within the People Democratic Party, PDP, deepened on Wednesday as Samuel Anyanwu rejected the Board of Trustees' endorsement of Sunday Ude Okoye as the party's National Secretary. Anyanwu, in an interview, dismissed that BOT's decision, arguing that most of its members' tenure has expired since October 2024. Earlier on Wednesday, the chairman of the BOT and former Senate President Adolphus Nwabara announced that after reviewing the report submitted by Taminu Turaki's committee, the trustees officially recognized Ude Okoye as the legitimate National Secretary. According to Nwabara, the decision aligns with the December 2024 appeal court ruling, which upheld Ude Okoye's appointment. The Board of Trustees asserted its position as a prominent organ of the PDP as enshrined under Section 13, subsection 1R of the party's constitution. He added that the BOT has the authority under Section 34, subsection 5A to ensure the highest standard of morality in party's affairs and call erring officials to order. It is understood that the PDP's leadership battle has been ongoing since 2023, when the Southeast PDP leadership nominated Ude Okoye to replace Anyanwu after they later became the party Anyanwu became the party's governorship candidate for Imo State election. Despite the appeal court ruling in favor of Ude Okoye, Anyanwu has refused to step down, citing a temporary stay of execution granted by the Court of Appeal in Abuja. Tensions escalated further on January 28 when Anyanwu supporters forcibly removed Ude Okoye from BOT meeting, prompting security operatives to intervene. The PDP Governors Forum, led by Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, has since endorsed Ude Okoye, urging the National Working Committee to implement the ruling. Reacting to the BOT's announcement, Anyanwu dismissed the decision, insisting that he remains the authentic National Secretary. In his words, he says, the BOT's position is unfortunate, especially when there is a valid stay of execution on the matter. He argued that the BOT lacked the legal authority to dictate party leadership, claiming that 80% of its members' tenure has expired. They don't have the legal backing to dictate anything for the party. The matter is already before the Supreme Court and I'm still the National Secretary, he insisted. He further accused the BOT of complicating an already volatile situation, stating, "You can't view something or nothing." Speaking anonymously, a member of the National Working Committee acknowledged the division within the party, revealing that some members support Ude Okoye while others want Anyanwu to continue in office. Additionally, former National Publicity Secretary Kola Olagbondia urged Anyanwu to step down and allow Ude Okoye to assume office. Conversely, the Deputy National Youth Leader Timothy Osadolo and other NEC members supported Anyanwu, arguing that his position should be respected until the Supreme Court rules on the matter. Meanwhile, former National Publicity Secretary Diran Adeyemi suggested that the PDP's Governors Forum and BOT should hold a dialogue with Anyanwu to settle the dispute. In his words, he says, most members of the National Working Committee are not happy that this crisis over the National Secretary has degenerated to this level. Most of them want it resolved now. The right thing to do is for Anyanwu to step aside and pursue his case in the Supreme Court. The BOT, governors, and other leaders of the party have spoken, so he should, in the interest of peace, step aside and allow the National Working Committee to implement the judgment freely. If he fails to do so with the judgment and the position of the governors and BOT, then the crisis will continue to affect the party. Lubong Liang on his part urged Anyanwu to step aside if his action were truly in the best interest of the party. In his word, he says, I think Senator Anyanwu should just accept the verdict and wishes of the party's leader unless there is something else in this matter. This is in the interest of the party, and the organs of the party are saying that you should go and prosecute the youth matter in the Supreme Court. So Anyanwu should obey the court and the party leaders. When he wins the matter at the Supreme Court, he should bring it to the party. Plotting to remain as National Secretary despite the court judgment and the position of our leaders will set a very wrong precedent, and it will be unfortunate for our party. So the BOT is the conscience of the party, and the Governors Forum, as the most influential organ of the party, has spoken. So Anyanwu should obey. If what Anyanwu is saying for is fighting for is really in the interest of the party, I don't think his actions should continue to hurt the party. So I don't foresee a situation where this will continue. Taking a different stand, the PDP Deputy National Youth Leader, Asadolo, stated that Anyanwu should remain the National Secretary until the Supreme Court rule otherwise. In his words, he says, these are old men who are always biased. Imagine the insult. You see, the BOT should naturally be the conscience of the party and should not be seen taking sides. But that is not so with this Nwabara-led BOT. They met in a hotel. I don't know who's the influencer, who is their guardian, and issued their proclamation that they are issued their proclamation that they know are null and void. At the end of the day, instead of looking at how the best assure, I'll take that again. He said, at the end of the day, instead of looking at how to best assure and solve the problem that beset the party, the BOT led by Senator Nwabara is further compounding the issue. And it is a misnomer when elders who should ordinarily play the role of elders are not playing the role and are not stepping into the arena. What do you expect? It is unfortunate. Is Nwabara not aware that once there is a stay of execution or once there is a filing of a case at the Supreme Court, it automatically stay the judgment of the lower court? Osadolo, the big question is, are you a lawyer? An elder should behave like an elder. It is unfortunate when he cannot behave like an elder. This is beyond emotion and party affiliation. It is an issue of legality now. The issue is in the Supreme Court. For the BOT chairman to be discussing the issue is sub judice and is an aberration. He should apologize. I may not like Senator Anyanwu, I may hate Senator Anyanwu, but does that change the fact of what the law of the land says? So Anyanwu should continue in his capacity as Secretary of PDP. The law says he can continue because there is a stay already. It is the law. We must learn to follow the law. Whether it pleases me or it pleases you, let the law remain sacrosanct. No matter or nobody should be bigger than the law. We should not take sides with the law when it's favorable or chooses to take side with the law when it is unfavorable. Adeyemi on his part urged the PDP governors and BOT to invite Anyanwu to a meeting to clarify their position. The former Deputy National Publicity Secretary stated that this approach will help resolve the issue and foster lasting peace within the party. In his word, he says, may God help PDP if in the wisdom of BOT and Governors Forum, it is believed that endorsing Ode Okoye will help achieve peace in PDP. May God help us. I think both the BOT and Governors Forum consist of eminent personalities who are very knowledgeable in the constitution of Nigeria and that of PDP. They must have their reasons for endorsing Ode Okoye as secretary. If the endorsement of Ode Okoye will bring peace to PDP, then so be it. Anyanwu said he has gone to the Supreme Court. I think the BOT and the Governors Forum can do more by calling him and having a meeting with him so that peace can be fully achieved by the party. Wow, so many people have spoken, and the shocking aspect of it is that, the application of stay of execution is not a confirmation that the stay of execution has been granted. I don't know what has come up. I don't know what is happening. But however, let's be in a conversation and talk more on this. What's your position in